I'd love to see what's like what are the main niches. Mute yourself if you're not on mute. I don't know why on my Zoom I can't mute people, but I mean I could mute you, but I didn't set it up the right way. Cool. Ecom, paid ads. Jesus Christ. Who's selling you guys all into ecom? Everybody's in ecom nowadays, but it's a great niche to be in, because I mean that's where everybody is going, right? The whole world is going to online, so you're definitely picking the right game to play in. Polaris, you just raised your hand. Can you write your question in the chat instead of working with golf coaches? Oh, nice. That's good. All right. Okay, I think this thing is recording. Okay, so so the way that I want to do this is that I will first walk you through the thing, okay? And if you guys have any questions, you guys can write them in the chat. I'll be stopping and answering them. But it's best if we actually focus on answering all the questions towards the end, so that it can actually might be more fluid, like actually just be streamlined and have all the questions at the end. So if you have any questions, write them down and it will be pretty cool. So one of the things that, you guys have to understand is that this is essentially like a process, one of the systems that we actually help customers implement within their agency, right? We've had customers go from 0 to 10K per month, just using Instagram outreach. We've had me use it for over like 56 customers. 80% of them were in ecom. So you guys will definitely benefit a lot from this call. Yeah, so are we ready to get started? Yeah, I need to make a story out of this because this is sick. This is insane. One second, people are still joining. Switching to ecom after this. That's so sick. Awesome. All right, so yeah, it's better if you guys mute yourselves because it's going to distract me, please. Might switch away from ecom. Yeah, that's a good thing. Oh, but this is so funny. But yeah, okay, perfect. So the goal with this webinar is that I'm going to show you guys learn how to leverage Instagram to generate meetings with your ideal customers. Okay. So for those who don't know me, my name is Serge. I run planacquisition.io. It's a consultancy where we help people build systems in-house to grow their agencies and their businesses. Okay. So most of you probably know a bit about my story, but actually I'll go over the story, so it will be pretty clear for you guys. But I started last year, so I actually went through Agency Incubate in 2019. Okay, and I was still working a 9 to 5 that I quit back in July 2020. But before quitting my job, I had never been able to actually close a customer. Okay. And probably one of the first guys, can you mute yourself? Yeah, anyway. So damn. I'm gonna go and be muting people because it's gonna be too distracting. But anyway, so I ended up, one of the first lessons that I'd like you guys to take from this. I know some of you guys are not necessarily have not yet scaled your agencies. So if you're still doing something else on the side, like quit, go all in on this, because my life has probably changed in the past year, and the only advice that I can give anyone who's on this call is to like go all in. Like stop taking baby steps. Like please, please, please go all in, because what's on the other side of making this thing work is insane. Like actually insane. Okay. So anyway, in this article, I'm going to show you how you can go from wasting your life on Instagram to leveraging it as an outreach channel and scaling your online service business to 500K per year, just solely through Instagram. Okay. We've used this process to help over 150 agencies, coaches, and high ticket businesses generate thousands of meetings and add more than 500,000 in contracts in less than 10 months. Okay. Who is this going to benefit the most? Agency owners who are tired of leveraging channels like email, LinkedIn, Facebook, coaches and consultants who lack a predictable way to generate leads and meetings, anyone who has tried doing outreach on Instagram and not being able to make it work. Because I know you guys have probably tested out before, right? So it's not like it's some new mechanism that, you know, people have never seen before, okay? High ticket service business owners who are looking to add a new channel to their acquisition, anyone who's looking to copy our stuff and go sell it back to the market. This is funny. So if you're broke right now and you want to make your next 10 grand, you can just leverage this whole process and go sell it to someone who has never really used Instagram outreach. Okay. This is how I made my first 30K a month. I was just literally leveraging this process that I'm about to walk you guys through. Anyone who's not able to add an extra 10K per month every single month. Okay. So if you're right now, you can't wake up and be like, okay, this month of November, I'm going to add an extra 10K in MRR, then you probably will need to, you know, pay attention. And anyone who's looking for a scalable channel, I think this is going to be pretty sick. So the story behind this process, 11 months ago, I was running an advertising agency, helping coaches and consultants scale through paid ads. Okay. I had a few customers, but I decided to shut that agency down because all the customers that I had signed up didn't have a budget for the actual ads. So I was like, well, what the hell? Like, okay, like I told you that we run ads and build funnels for customers and coaches, but you don't necessarily have a budget for ads. So I didn't want to lose them. So I simply leveraged the outbound prospecting process that I used to get them to become my customers to find their own high ticket customers. Okay. So essentially use the same stuff that I used to get them on a call. Since they were coaches and consultants, I could use the same process to get them customers too. So I didn't actually need to rely on paid ads, right? And one of the key things to understand is that I didn't learn how to book meetings from agency building courses, okay? I had gone through many courses showing me how to structure my agency, give me access to templates, funnels, and all, but I always found these courses incomplete when it came to actually showing me how to get multiple 6, 7, even 8-figure businesses on the phone to buy my services, right? And I guess it's due to the fact that most people who create courses are actual influencers, and they're not relying on organic methods like cold outreach to get customers, okay? The reason why someone would put out a course is because they have an audience, okay? So when you have an audience, it's not like you have to, you know, like Kim Kardashian is not going to do outbound prospecting to scale to sell a fucking like, you know, like I don't even know, or makeup, right? She's not going to do it because all she has to do is post a picture on Instagram and people will buy. So when most people start grow a following, let's say they're on YouTube and have hundreds of thousands of subscribers, well, they're just going to put out a course. And maybe the last time they did outreach was probably when they were, you know, when they were starting. Maybe they never actually did outreach. That might be fascinating, but it's actually possible. Okay. So I learned how to do outbound prospecting from industries like, you know, software as a service, where they rely heavily on outbound prospecting to sell high ticket products. Okay. Some of you guys probably know Nick Cosman. He's running salesprocess.io. I went through his program. I didn't buy it. I got it for the low, you know, so, but you bet that I did go through the thing, right? I think he's selling it for like 15 grand. But you know, another lesson, some of you guys get free courses. I know you guys be buying cheap stuff. Okay. I used to do it. Okay. But most of you guys don't actually end up going through the content. And that's something that then I never understood. I mean, of course I understand it, because if you don't pay for something, then you don't value it. But that's something that I never told myself, oh, I got this for free, or I paid $30 for it, so I'm not going to value it. Hell no. If the person selling the thing that I'm going through is making at least 500K a month, you best be sure that I'm going to go through it, even if I paid $5 for it. But I see so many of you guys that are undisciplined, and maybe some people are maybe selling the $500,000 program, right? But you get access to it, but you don't end up going through it. I'm like, bro, are you serious? Right? So that's the first lesson. Like, please go through the content. Sit down on a Sunday and just go through content. Trust me, one day someone is going to pay you 5 figures to know what you know, right? So I ended up becoming really good with booking meetings for myself and for the coaches that I was working with. So I thought about helping fellow agency owners to book meetings, and I got so much interest that I literally just decided to officially turn the ads agency into an appointment setting agency. Okay, I grew that new offer, but I think I decided to go all in December, January. By March, we were already making like 29K per month. And I was actively running 20 campaigns every single month. Okay. So I did that for over 8 months. If you did the math, I've essentially had 160 months of one agency owner's outreach experience in just 8 months. Okay. Most people on this call are here because they're experiencing some issues or inefficiencies with their current prospecting and appointment setting efforts. And just like you, I faced the same problems, but since I had to deal with 20 times over every single month, you best be sure that I was forced to build a solution. Okay. And I see so many of this trend where people, start something and all of a sudden they think that they're experts. Okay. But what I'm about to share with you guys is not coming from like, I went through a course and then I built it. No. It's coming from having 23 agency owners that I have to deliver every single month. Okay. So I not only had one outreach campaign to deliver on, I had 20 different campaigns. Okay. So I had so many issues come up every single day that I was almost going to go crazy. Right. And that's where this Instagram process really came about. I created it because I needed to figure out a way to actually deliver. Okay. And this is why I think that, the reason why I'm seeing some success with the consulting model is because, I dealt with the work. Right? Hey, Ben, I think you'll need to mute yourself. Cool. Thank you. So, so that's essentially it, right? Some of you guys are struggling to scale to 10K per month with one single outreach campaign. Well, I had 20 people with shitty offers that I had to scale. So that's where this stuff comes from. Now, why did I pick Instagram as a channel? Because there are so many channels out there, right? Let me look at the chat, because I just got his course for free. I was about to go through it. PM after me, Serge. Let's focus on the live. Let's go. Yeah, let's focus, guys. Let's focus, and then we'll answer all the questions later. So why did I actually pick Instagram as a channel? So every expert out there, right? All these influencers on YouTube who are telling you guys to start agencies are probably telling you stuff like, oh, don't go on Instagram. Don't target business pages, only target actual owners, right? So when I see this trend online where people are telling people to do something, I always try to go the other way. Because if I go the other way, then there will be less competition and I'm going to have an easier time winning. Well, in this case, it wasn't actually for me. It was for my customers, right? So I was following, a counterintuitive path, which is just do what others aren't, or the opposite of what others are doing, okay? And an amazing insight that I had was that I actually worked for, most of you guys are in e-commerce, so this will be helpful. So I actually worked for 2 years for a 9-figure e-commerce company. So I knew how the backend worked. I knew how people managing the actual business pages treated each inquiry, right? So I didn't just wake up one day and be like, oh yeah, let's go on Instagram, let's start blasting business pages, right? It's because I knew that when I worked in the customer service department for 2 years, I realized that let's say a brand has someone managing their page. Okay. Well, the truth is that person managing the page is just a customer service rep, right? It's rare that actual marketing departments are managing those pages. Okay. So what ends up happening when you send a message to, and this only applies, by the way, to those who are targeting ecom, but this training will literally be for everyone. It's not just for those who are targeting brands. So one thing that I knew is that every time that an inquiry would pop up, well, if it's something related to actual like customer service stuff, then the customer service rep will answer it. But if it's something related to departments, like someone trying to do business with them, logistical stuff, then they'll always send it to the right department. So that's where I knew that at least 50% of the time, all our messages will actually get redirected to the right person. And that's where most people don't really know. Most people are like, oh, well, what if I message this page and it's another agency who is working on it? Well, what you have to understand is that you're a problem solver. So nobody will ignore your solution because because they're actually afraid of losing their job. Like, it doesn't work like that, right? So never be afraid to actually put your message in front of people. Just put it in front of people. Don't worry about that. You should be afraid of not having your message out there, right? That's a bigger problem. Okay. So the scalability, it's really easy to scale once you have warmed up accounts, because Instagram is really crazy when it comes to restricting accounts. Okay. And back then, when I was running the Done For You appointment setting agency, we used to send 1,000 DMs every single day. I had around 10 virtual assistants. Each one was managing 2 profiles, and they used to send around 50 DMs per profile per day. So 100 DMs each for 23, 24 customers. And the second thing why I pick Instagram is because I'm on Instagram, right? Someone said that they're targeting, like coaches. Coaches are on Instagram. Like, there's literally no niche that isn't on Instagram. I promise you. Even like, probably, I don't know, is Elon Musk on Instagram? I don't know. I see him on Twitter a lot, but he probably is on Instagram, right? Everybody, guys, everyone. Okay. Now, overview of the workflow and some proof. So this process is really simple, but it's not easy to pull off. I'm going to do my best in sharing with you as much stuff as I can, but please understand that you still will face problems, as Facebook and Instagram have invested billions of dollars to make sure that people like us can use their platform for outreach purposes. So as much as I can spend the next year trying to beat Facebook or Instagram, I'm not going to beat them. Okay. So that's something that you guys need to be aware of. So let's actually go through the workflow. So I built this simple workflow. I could have made it much more in depth, but I won't, because I want to actually keep it simple. So it's really simple. Okay. When you're on Instagram, you have a few ways to actually find your prospects. Okay. You can either use Google search. This will be pretty interesting for people who are targeting brands. You can target influencers. Let's say if you're someone who's targeting, let's say you're targeting coaches. Well, all you have to do is just find coaches for those coaches. So someone who's already serving like the actual people, the audience. Okay. And hashtags. This is for people who are targeting local businesses. This will be pretty sick. So let's say I have a new customer who's targeting MedSpa. Well, if you actually go on Instagram, you write like hashtag cryotherapy or cryo spa, something like that. Like, you'll have a lot of businesses on there. Okay. It can also work for the Google search. I'll actually show you. So I'll go through the workflow like real quick, and then I'll actually come back to each point. So once you find your ideal prospects, all you have to do is just message them. Okay. The goal with each message is not to necessarily you don't need to complicate it. Just keep it simple, because what you want here is to get a response. Okay. If you can't get responses, you're not going to make it work. So this is your first focus. The second focus should be getting a micro commitment. And for us, the way we get that micro commitment is through getting their email address. So we rarely ever pitch anyone who doesn't give us their emails. Okay. Why is that? Because if someone isn't willing to give you their emails, then you're never going to sell them anything. Okay. Of course, this is, there are exceptions, so you can still, try to, sell or explain what you do in conversation. Okay. So once you get their emails, you need to leverage a personalized video sales letter or an evergreen video sales letter if you're targeting local businesses to sell them on a meeting. Okay. Why did I add this mechanism? Why didn't I just rely like everybody else on, and there's a Gallardo, yo, crazy cars out here, man. It's crazy. But anyway, so why did I add this VSL part in the actual outreach? Because it's not efficient. It's not efficient to send everyone a personalized video. Well, the reason why I did it, and I'll cover it, is because your ideal customers are getting pitched by 57 people who are on this call. So who do you think will win will win? Do you think is the 50 people who are saying the same shit as you? No, it's the person who goes above and beyond and actually sells leveraging more energy. And by energy, I mean, like an email has some, like, I'll go over the energy aspect of outbound prospecting, but like, you need to understand that if you really want to beat the next person or the 56 other people on this call, build and leverage more energy. Okay. And a video is an insane amount of energy because you can spend more time showing people, like even this call that we're having, like I'm definitely going to be propagating online, and it's going to be really thorough content that, that gets people over the fence. Okay. But anyway, so we added this process. And then one thing that you need to have is a 8 to 12 email sequence over 3 to 6 months containing sales assets. So even more energy. Okay. And if you can do this, like, you're going to make it rain. I promise you. Okay. So let me actually show you guys what it would look like. Let me stop sharing and share the other screen to actually have an outreach going on Instagram. Can you guys just see the doc Google Outreach sheet? Just put it in the chat, please.
Yeah.
But isn't everyone, so you said, but isn't everyone sending videos now too? Like, I've sent so many videos that were requested, but they either don't watch it and do, yeah, I'll show you, like, don't worry. I mean, so this is also one thing. Cold looms have existed for so long, okay? And you probably are doing leveraging some of this workflow, but the video is the structure of the video is so important. Okay. So just because you use the same mechanism, just because, let's say I send messages like you do, doesn't mean that we're going to have the same we're going to have the same conversion, right? But actually, I don't want to go into answering questions right now, guys, like, because it will just get me lost a bit. So I'll actually answer everything later. Okay, so check this out. So the process is really simple, and this is where you guys will see that, like, we've done so much work on this thing. Okay, so we have this sheet. Okay, and so your VAs, let's say if you or for you guys, if you're going to do this, I hope not, because this is like some depressing stuff to do. But like, check this out. Check all these messages. And by the way, this isn't just like first message. This is like first message, follow up, second follow up, right? Look at how many DMs we've sent for this customer. Okay. This customer, they were making 170K per month. Okay. And they still were leveraging Instagram. Okay. You guys can tell me when to stop. And by the way, all these messages are done manually, so we don't automate anything on Instagram. So it's just the VA doing the work. Okay. So now, once you've sent your message, then you get the brands to actually give you their emails. Okay. So if you see here, we got the brands to give us their emails. We could have easily scraped, like everyone on this call does, right? I know a lot of you guys scrape people's emails, but why would you do that? Why would you scrape up a human's email, when they have probably no interest in what you have to sell, right? So as much as there are more efficient ways to get more volume, what I did was, is it just possible for me to simply get only the people who are interested or who actually want to learn about our service to give us their emails, okay? And once you get their email, just learn how to sell through videos, okay? So this customer at first, so see, like Daniel, you asked a question like, oh, I've sent so many videos. Okay, cool. Well, guess what? Even this customer sent many videos before figuring out how to book people on meetings, right? These didn't get actual meetings, okay? But once we reviewed their videos and gave them a better structure, they started getting more consistent videos, right? Now they start booking calls a bit more frequently, okay? Right? So it's the little nuances that really change the game. And check how many brands actually ended up giving us their emails, okay? Let me show you guys some cool shit. So check this out. We had over almost 600 brands give us their emails, okay? And a lot of people will be like, oh, but don't send, why would you send a Loom video to an info at, to a general email? Well, guess what? Because the videos are so good that they end up even booking meetings. And that's why I always tell people, like, don't overthink. If someone gives you an email, send them a video, okay? And I tell this to all my customers. It's like, the more reps you do, the luckier you get, okay? So whether we get the general email, whether we get like Tasneem, we're gonna send a video regardless, okay? Because it ends up working. And if you see for this customer, we booked these many meetings from Instagram, okay? And some of these meetings were booked with like holding companies, right? Holding like 6, 7, 8 different brands, okay? But it doesn't stop here, because like I said, we've done it a lot. So check this out. Smart web targeting dentist, started sending Looms, started booking meetings from Instagram. Okay, get the actual dentist to give you their emails. RKN, e-commerce, right? First Loom to send, book the meeting. Fourth Loom to send, book the meeting. Let's say like the 10th, 11th one, book the meeting. Another one, book the meeting, right? So we just kept doing this over and over again, Spy Digital, right? So of course, at first you tend to not book meetings, okay? But then after you start booking a bit more meetings, okay? So you become more consistent. Spear group, meetings, okay? VCM, some meetings here, okay? So this is like the work that we were doing, okay? So let me just show you. And another thing that we have is that for our customers, okay, we actually give them the Looms that booked meetings, because just having the structure isn't enough. You still need to see what actually worked. So whether you're in local real estate or you're in e-com, we have Looms that have actually booked the calls. So you don't actually have to get creative, okay?
Wait, that you have something here. Let me see.
Wait.
I think this one look like me, Funka.
No, it looks like it.
Okay. Well, I think we're good. Oh man. Yeah, so anyway, let's get back to it, okay? Let's go back to the flow. So now how do you actually go about, can you guys see the flows again? The Instagram stuff, just put it in the chat so that I know that you guys can see it. Yeah, it's small. Can you zoom in? Like the actual, yeah, don't worry about, I mean, it's, of course I can zoom in. Okay, it's not really a biggie. But let me actually show you how to leverage Instagram for brands, okay? So for those who are targeting brands, I'm gonna start with it, okay? So let me just let people in. So check this out. No, it's not here. So when you're actually doing outreach on Instagram, you need to be able to find the actual brands, okay? So there are a few ways to find the brands. You can, actually, I thought I put it here. So yeah, well, let's start with locating prospects. Let's go with Google search. There are a few ways. If you're in e-commerce, I don't recommend you use hashtags. It won't work. It's really not good. What I recommend you use is this process, which is this. Okay. So essentially what you do is you type in the keyword of the sub niche, okay, that you're targeting. And then you write the site, you know, this stuff, myshopify.com. And then what ends up happening is you get all the brands hosted on Shopify on Google. Okay. And all you have to do, let me show you an example. Theralogics vitamins. So I don't know why, but like my actual Google blocked me. I don't know why, but it actually don't pop up. It won't show the actual, actually, maybe it will. Yeah, so I don't think it will give me the best results, but okay, quality supplements from JJ Virgin. So I don't think that this is necessarily like a good brand, but essentially you would do something like this. Okay, see, like she's not necessarily this is not an actual brand, but the good thing with this process is Mark's Bell, let's see. Okay, whatever. So like this would be an Instagram. You would just find their Instagram, 217K followers, verified. I would still pitch them if, of course, they're in the right sub niche that you're targeting. Okay, so and they're not necessarily like. So the goal with this process is that you shouldn't worry about the quality of leads that you're getting, right? At first, you should just get focused on getting actual warm leads coming through and the actual like giving you their emails. Okay. So for us, when we have virtual assistants doing this process, as you guys just saw, it's pretty simple. You just add the keyword, cite my Shopify, instead of going through the old process of like going on that, like I forgot which site it was, but where you actually get all the brands on the list. You just do this and you have all these pages of actual brands selling supplements. Okay. And this becomes so easy for the VA because she doesn't need to know much about the actual e-com space. All she has to do, provide her with a few keywords and just give her this process. You can also change different hosting platforms. And just keep on finding brands. Give her a few qualification steps to make sure that she's, you know, remaining targeting the right brands. And then all she has to do is just find them on Instagram and then just message them. Okay. So this is literally like it's so simple that it's actually ridiculous. Okay. And that's why I decided to actually leverage it, because I wanted to figure out a process where I can get a $3 an hour virtual assistant to do it without any issue. Okay. And not have to like ask me a question every second of the day, because I couldn't do it. Okay. So if you're targeting local businesses, Elijah, I think you're on this call. I think you're targeting what niche again? HVAC. I think you're targeting HVAC companies. Okay. So if you're targeting HVAC companies, let's see. It's HVAC. So if you're targeting loan officers, okay, geez, you switch now. So, okay, also someone is not muted, so I'll need you to mute yourself. So if you guys see, it's boiler season, had to rip out this old water, okay? So you would find the boiler bros and just message them, okay? Because look at this content, they need help. So you would message them and actually, you know, follow our messaging process, right? For plastic surgeon, of course. I'll go over the message later on, okay? But like, guys, you could do this for real estate, okay? Hashtag real estate agent, New York, right? So what I want you to do is go state by state, okay? Or city by city. Because for real, like local businesses, It's so hard to actually, because there are so many business owners. Okay. So, you know, Amisha, message her, right? Who is her? Serafima, message her. Say, that's an amazing view. Like her stuff, go in her DMs, blast her. Okay. Boom. You guys are gonna learn how to slide in these DMs for real. So, so it's pretty simple, right? Or you could just go in on Google and just say, what could I do? So let's say I want to go, I want to target med spa in Montreal. So med spa Montreal, because I'm in Montreal right now. Well, what I could do is, oh my God, I need you guys to mute yourself, please. So all I could do is I could literally go on Google, find her. Okay. I think this one won't be good because I think I've already visited her page. But you see, like Lori. Okay, perfect. I would follow her and message her. Okay. And then I'll probably do this and find more med spas. Right? Okay. And then I keep doing this. So do you see how it's easy, it is to delegate it to a VA? Boom. Right? Well, this is, okay, it's also a spa. Okay, cool. So this is the process. Now, or let's say you're targeting real estate agents and you don't want to use hashtags because you know that a lot of people are using hashtags. Well, what you do is you find an actual influencer, Ryan Serhant, and you go through his, well, you would follow him. And then maybe, actually, no, you would probably go in his followers. Okay. Guess what? Michelle and Frankie Nunez, probably real estate agents. Yeah. So you just blast everyone in their followers. Okay. And that's how you really scale big. Okay. Well, I'm not going to follow Ryan. So that's another story. So that's how you would go about actually like finding the actual brands. Okay. Now let's focus on the different parts of the system. So profile building, right? Your profile functions like a landing page and a sales page. Most of your content that is on your website, if you guys do have some, can be added to both your personal profile on your social media and websites, okay? Prospects who will receive a cold message or even paid advertisement will immediately jump to your social profile to validate that what you're claiming is true. Okay, this is so important, guys. Oh my God. And that's why I see so many agencies who run paid ads and don't make it work. They have like a cost per lead, which is like $400, or no, cost per meeting, $400, $200. You can't sustain that, right? Why? The reason why Sam Ovens can spend, or Grant Cardone can spend $1 million a month is because when you actually get an ad from Grant Cardone, well, check this out. When you get an ad from Grant Cardone, this is what you see. You'll get an ad. He'll tell you, "Hey, come join our fund," right? And then you'll come here, and then boom, epic search.
How's everybody doing today? Hope you're doing well.
And then you'll spend 7 minutes learning about him. Okay, and then you'll check out this one. You'll see the fund or the thing that they want to buy 2 hours, 4 hours ago. Okay, so these guys, like. They have enough assets online to actually make sure that, you know, their claim are true. Most of you guys don't have any, and we'll cover it later on, right? Your headline in your social profiles, similar to your website, needs to call out a specific audience and a specific problem that you're solving. Okay. Your background image needs to be aesthetically pleasing and should stand out from other profiles in your niche. So you shouldn't just like keep it basic. Okay. You know, just up your standards when it comes to the content you post. Okay, your main profile should also be a clean picture. Your description should be like a mini sales letter. Okay, god damn. Oh man. So so like you need to be able to introduce your solution, display credibility, social proof, case studies, and present a call to action. Okay, if you're using for LinkedIn. So a personal, let me show you guys. So I'll show you guys my profile. And then I'll also show you guys a profile of my a customer that we use Instagram outreach for. Okay, so as you guys see, I make sure that I have my headline there. I make sure that I have a link to book a call. Of course, this is just the Zoom link for today's call. But I make sure to actually have assets to actually sell people. Okay. So it's not just like, I'm not in this, I didn't create this profile to look cool. I created it to be like a funnel, like a landing page. Okay. So let me show you guys why for you guys, if you guys just want to, like, if you're targeting like brands, and like I would say just this will apply for brands. You don't actually need that much like crazy. You don't need a crazy profile. Okay. So this is the customer that I showed you, the one that we booked like 50, 60 meetings from Instagram. This was his profile. It was pretty simple, right? One of the things that you need to understand is that a personal profile will outperform a business page. Okay. I see so many people with like a generic, like where they have like graphics as content, and it annoys me, right? Because I don't do business with a graphic. I do business with Andrew.
Graham. So did you guys know that Shopify, although,
right? I want to see that he's human. I want to see that he actually does normal stuff. I want to see that, you know, he goes on a hike, right? I want to see him being him. I don't care if he's the best, you know, ad buyer or media buyer, right? All I care is to see that he's an actual human that I can trust. Okay. So this is what I want you guys to do. If you're currently leveraging Instagram, just make sure you have your headline. Make sure you have some results, okay, in the highlights, maybe even post them here, and just showcase who you are as a person. Okay. This will outperform, because if you come from a, you know, page like this one, I don't even know if I'll find one, but so let's see. Like, look at this. Like, what's this about? I mean, I understand you're amazing and you're trying to keep a really good theme, but like, what the hell? Okay. So there is no personality here, right? I mean, it's cool pictures. I mean, maybe this might be like good, but no, the way you make money is by having a really good mechanism and by also leveraging you as a human, right? So showcase your personality, show people that you're an actual human who's built a really good service to help others. Okay. So that's really it. Okay. And if you guys see here, full scale dedicated to brand across, like also like your brand, it's too generic. Okay. Like brand is too large. Okay, perfect. So I've already gone through locating prospects. I need to mute this person.
Why gonna?
Instead of muting him, I just removed him. It's much easier. It's just good to avoid, you know, just remove stuff from the environment that annoys you. Okay. So check this out. So sales assets. Okay. This part is probably going to be worth everything. Okay. Energy. Okay. Most people running businesses don't understand this. And it kills me every time I see someone who has an amazing service, but that no one knows about. Okay. And they don't know about your service, not because you're not able to generate attention, but because they never create sales assets that actually walk people through their actual mechanism. Okay. So most people aren't able to actually get more people learning about their offer and their services. It's not because they can't actually generate attention. It's not actually because nobody learns about client acquisition, but it's because you have no actual content out there to educate people. Okay. If you're watching this, if you're on this call, and if you, whoever will be watching it, and you don't have a minimum of 10 pieces of content showcasing your expertise, your case studies, your solution, right? The actual process you take to deliver results, testimonials, then you're going to have a hard time scaling your outreach campaigns or any marketing efforts. Okay. I'm sure you guys know that before a prospect buys, they need to consume at least 7 hours of content. But all I see in this online space is agency owners that are just posting pictures somewhere in Greece with a Porsche or their blue light blocking glasses. and think that they're going to scale to 7 figures by posting such stuff. Nobody cares about your lifestyle, man. People care about the work you do, so document it, okay? Everything and anything, right? A lot of people are like, oh, what do I share? I don't know. Share something, anything. How do you go about creating the copy? How did you even decide to pick this niche? Which course did you take, right? What kind of results are you getting your customers, okay? Nobody cares about, like, you know, about the fact that you wear a Neura ring, right? By the way, I'm getting a Neura ring, right? Like all those stuff are just like status signaling. You don't get rich by status signaling unless you're selling to 15-year-olds who want to show off to the girl in high school, right? Showing them an R8, like I'm going to show it on my Instagram soon, is probably going to get, 15-year-olds excited. But an actual business owner doesn't care if you're driving a Lambo. All he cares about is, can you give me an ROI? And how do I give someone an ROI? Well, I need to show him the actual process. I need to show him proof. I need to show him my own perspective, okay? So that by the time they actually get on a call with me, they're like, hey, man, bro, I just watched this, right? Let me show you. Like imagine people who watched this video, right? Imagine people who watched this 1 hour and 40-minute video, right? We have now 344 people, right? And most of them watched like 50% of it. So that means at least an hour spent with me, right? I get people who jump on calls with me and they're like, hey, Serge, like, just give me the price. I don't even want to talk, right? That's what you want. You want to change beliefs. You want to educate people. You want to sell them before they get on a call, okay? And that's how you change the game. Perfect. Let's go back to this process. So check this out. What most people do when they're doing outreach is that they'll do something like this. They'll send an email, they'll send a cold DM, they'll send a cold loom, or maybe even a warm loom. And then they're like, oh, I can't get anybody to respond. Of course you can't. Or, oh, I can't get a customer. Of course you can't. What do you think these 3 things will do? They won't move anyone. But actually, Arihant, I see that you're taking a screenshot, but don't worry. I'll record this. Don't worry. So I got you. So, but check this out. This is how you actually become a shark. Okay. You not only send the cold DM, you not only send an email, but you actually send a personalized value video sales letter. Okay. And then you make sure that you have a process. You have documented your process that you use to deliver results. And then maybe a small video, a selfie video, like take your iPhone and actually talk about your point of view around the area, around the niche, around what people are doing wrong, okay? And then have some case studies, okay? So what ends up happening is you take this prospect from here, every little thing has energy, okay? The personalized video sales letter will have way more energy, as you guys can see. So if someone sees it, they automatically get you here. And if they see that you have another piece of asset, then they'll get closer. And then once you share more assets, and then boom, 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 and then boom. That's how you get people to become loyal customers, okay? Let me actually look at the chat. Nice name, your mom, yes. Probably someone who's trying to be who's not a shark, clearly. But yeah. Hey, Serge, for those just starting out, how can we conduct market research and leverage case studies? Should we do interviews, people, and ask about their problems? Oh, no, I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't suggest that. If you're starting out, go buy a course from someone who's doing what you're doing, but who's actually doing it. Not some 100K followers guy on Instagram or on YouTube, someone who's actually in the trenches. Okay. Why? Because they'll be able to tell you one thing and it will be the truth. Right. So for me, one thing that I always done, right, when I started my agency, I was stuck at this place where I was like, okay, what niche do I go after? Oh, and I was like, well, I could go after car dealerships. I love cars. I could go after real estate. I love real estate investing. But I was like, but to be honest, I don't really know much about these actual business models. So what I did was I saw that Sam Ovens was selling to coaches and consultants, and I just reverse engineered the stuff that he was selling and just went and did the work for them, right? So Sam has a course, right? He shows the whole process around delivering. So what I did was I turned that mechanism into an actual done for you service. So now every coaches, instead of saying, hey, go through Sam Ovens consulting accelerator or go through consulting or up level, what I did was I know Sam is already making 30 million a year. So he has already found proof of concept. So why don't I actually just build a service around the same insights that he's built and the mechanism that he's sharing in the course, but actually do the work for people. So now I skip the market research because Sam is already making 30 million. You don't need to, like, if I tell you, like, you know, I scaled my done for you appointment setting agency to 30K a month. Like if you, let's say if I were to come out with a course around, or even this video that I'm making, that around the Instagram outreach process, like you don't need to go ask agencies, hey, would you buy Instagram outreach? No, I've done it, right? So that's what I would do, is I just skip the process. I see you're ahead of the game. Hi, Serge, do you comment on the latest post? No, I don't comment. So we need someone that teaches e-commerce. Yes, exactly. Find that person and just duplicate their mechanism into a done for you service, right? I could go on and on for so much. I could talk for hours on this stuff, but let's not get, but you guys can still ask questions every now and then. I'll stop. But what I want you guys to do is go out there and literally become a YouTuber, okay? As you guys have seen the past few months, like I've really started going crazy on YouTube. Not necessarily crazy, but I want people, before you get on a call with me, spend 60 videos with me, right? Like spend however long these videos are, watch all of them and get on a call with me, and I promise you, you'll buy. But most of you guys don't even have like 2 videos, and it kills me, right? And you guys have iPhones. Like, come on, guys. You guys have Loom. You guys have a webcam, right? Like, what are you guys waiting for? Right? Why do you guys, so I know you guys have seen Alex Hormozy, right? Alex Hormozy. Why do you guys think he's putting out videos? Do you think it's because he want to become famous? He just went from like 10K follow 1,000 subscribers to 70 to 80K, right? Yesterday I was on Instagram and saw a rapper with his book, guys. A rapper is reading $100 million offer. Like, do you understand how crazy that is? That's when you see that, you know, he's definitely popping off, okay? But why do you guys think someone who's making 80 million a year is creating content? Do you guys think that he couldn't be doing other stuff, more productive? He could, but there is something that you guys don't understand, and it's about energy. If someone goes and gets educated by Alex for free, what do you guys think when it comes to actually quoting him a price? When Alex says, hey, it's 100K for 1 hour of my time, you're going to pay the 100K. Because what? Why? Because he has already educated you so much that you feel like, wow, this is actually the right person. So now, how can you share so much content like this, but around your expertise, around your service? And by the way, this puts you as an authority, even if you haven't made him 80 million like Alex, right? But I promise you that, you know, just being good at creating content is really gonna, you know, he says he's not trying to sell you something. Yeah, okay, well, okay. He wants to get to 1 billion. I hope he'll get to 1 billion without selling something. I want to see that. But, you know, so this is it. This is what energy is, right? He's probably going to go from 80 million to 1 billion. I think that one of the biggest asset that he will use is content and actual like energy from these content and fame. right? Because you don't get to 1 billion by not being known, guys. I promise you. I promise you. You can make 10K a month easy without even waking up in the morning, right? But to get to a B, someone needs to know you, and someone needs to have consumed content from you, and someone needs to have gotten value from you. But you won't get there with just relying on outreach. Like, it's crazy. Okay. So message framework. So here it is, guys. Just take screenshots, go crazy with it. Don't. Oh my God, I'm doing some crazy shit right now. I'm gonna get so many people. Like, I'm essentially messing up the whole market right now. I'm gonna get my customers to stop doing outreach, Instagram outreach, like tomorrow. But check this out. So what is the structure? Hey, if you're targeting, I'll go with brands first, and then I'll go with local businesses after. Okay. Hi, Serge. I recently found your client acquisition while scrolling through my feed. And after visiting your page, I really ended up liking the fact that you guys are pushing this, sustainability stuff, or sustainable products, or something like that. Okay. Just, it could be the product, it could be the mission, just pick anything. Or, hey, I really love the feed, some of the products that you guys are selling. I specialize in helping, and this is really important. If you're going after brands, you need to target, to be specific with the sub niche, and don't just say I help brands. Like, that's stupid. Okay. If you're going after toothbrush brands, say, hey, I specialize in helping toothbrush brands scale or add an extra 6 figures in MRR in the next 3 months by leveraging this new process. Okay. So you're a mechanism that you use. Okay. Or if you do email marketing, you could say something like, hey, I specialize in helping toothbrush brands add 30% or grow their email revenue to 30%, right? Without having to rely on paid ads or paid acquisition. Or another thing you could do is, I specialize in helping brands. No, 1 second. I specialize in helping toothbrush brands double their revenue without having to spend more money on acquisition to pay Facebook ad. Okay. So this, you don't need to actually say that you do like CRO. You can just literally tell them that you help them double their revenue without having to spend more money on ads. Okay. What this will do is, it will just let them know that, oh, you can actually get them from something that they're tired of doing. So many people, so many brands are actually just annoyed by Facebook nowadays, that you may have more chances of getting them interested by saying that you actually get them away from email, from Facebook ad. Okay. But I'm gonna delete this. So another thing is, after looking at what your team is doing, I've made a personalized video containing actionable steps that you or your team can implement and increase your sales rate after watching it. So as you guys see, we're not trying to sell them. We're not trying to ask them, hey, are you guys looking for paid ads? Are you guys looking for email? No. Just send us, ask the permission, or you can, what is the best email to send it to? Right? They'll give you their email, right? Like I showed you guys, I've already showed you proof. Okay. And then what you do when you get the email, then you send them you launch them in the automated email. Okay. But what this will do is that only people who are actually even slightly interested in learning about your stuff will be answering. What most people do is they go and scrape every brand that has ever existed emails, and they launch them in a cold email sequence. And it's like, why are you doing that? Right? Just blanket the market with this message. If you send 50 DMs a day, 100 DMs a day, you'll easily get, I would say, 5 to 10 brands a day giving you their emails. And do you really need more than 5 to 10 people interested a day? No, you don't. At least not to scale past 25K a month. Because for our customers, we're getting them by sending this message. We're getting at least like 8 to 10% of everyone we DM to give us their emails. So what that means is that at the end of the week, we have 25 to 50 emails to send videos to, right? So that's pretty much it. Let me look at the chat. I just have some of these. Wait, one. I have everyone's literally thinking the same thing, but should have value. Yep. Some of y'all will still the script and still not scared because you're focused on tactics. The realtors work the same. Yeah, okay. So I mean, I'll get to it, right? Like I know I'm showing you, I'm giving you guys everything, but some of you guys will still not make it work. But let me actually just go through it. So check this out. Yeah, you just asked if this will work for real estate. Yeah, it will work. Hey, I specialize. Hey, I see that you're a real estate agent in New York. I really like the content that you've been leveraging. I actually specialize in helping real estate agents build a brand online and actually get, grow an audience of people who actually want to buy houses. Would you like to? I would love to share with you a video going over the process we leverage to grow that, to grow your audience. Is it cool for me to share it? They say yes, you ask for their email, and then boom, you send a video, okay? So that's how you would do it. So it works for any niche, guys. It's just a framework. This is a framework. This is not me giving you an actual like message. I mean, I could give you guys a message, but then we have 53 people here. Like imagine if everyone is just using the same script. It's not gonna work anymore, okay? So what I want you guys to do is I want you guys to yes, use the same framework. Tell them what you specialize in. Tell them that you specialize, strictly working with the exact sub niche. Let them know how you found them and provide value. That's all I want you guys to include in your script. I know you guys can say it however you want to say it. It will work consistently. Okay. So the personalized video sales letter structure. Okay. This is a more simple process. I would say for real estate agents, do an evergreen video. Will IG shut you down for sending the same type of messages? We manually write the messages, so we don't actually get shut down because of the messages. We get restricted maybe by doing more volume, but not because of the messages. But check this out. Video sales letter structure. Okay, so what I did here is I didn't want, because to know how to really build cool video sales letter, it would take like 3 hours for me to really go through it, right? So what I did here, I just gave you guys a simple framework. Step 1, thank them for watching the video and having provided their email address. Spend 30 seconds less on this. Who are you? Why should they listen to you? Oh my God, this part is so crucial. You need people to trust you in the first minute of watching the video. So if you watch a video by Alex on YouTube, he's like, hey, my name is Alex Hormozy. I run blah, 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 blah. We make 80 million a year. Like, that's it. So now you have to figure out your own 80 million a year. What is it, right? Okay. It could be, hey guys, before I actually go over more stuff, let me actually show you guys what we've done. Here's a case study of a brand that we've scaled to 1 million in 4 months. Hey guys, here's an email. Here's a brand that we've grown their revenue by email over 30% in the past 6 months. Hey guys, before I actually go over the stuff that I want to show you, let me actually just talk to you about what we do. We're a CRO agency where we actually help brands double their monthly revenue without having to do anything else but improve their conversion rates. Here is proof. Boom, right? Proof should be in the first 2 minutes of watching a video, okay? Why did you decide to send them this personalized video? Okay, so you also want to make it a bit special, like complement their attributes, right? Visit their Instagram and be like, hey, Grant Cardone, I really admire the fact that you're consistent, posting content every like 2 hours, right? Multiple times a day. And I thought you would be an amazing candidate for the stuff that we do, right? Make them feel good. Hey, you guys have amazing creatives, that kind of stuff, okay? And then call to action. Hey, Before I actually go over the stuff that I want to show you guys, I wanted to let you know that at the end of this video, I'll actually leave a link for us to be able to jump on a quick call, because I understand you guys are running, successful businesses. So I don't want to waste your time. So I'd love to actually invite you on a call. Okay. But so you actually want to add a call to action like in the middle of the video, because if someone is making 8 figures and they're watching your video, and you're just blabbing and just talking like stuff, nonsense, they'll close it in the first minute. So what we want to make sure of is let's at least add the call to action before they close it. Okay. So step 5 is, what is the one thing? Asymmetrical return. Okay. And this concept is, I think it's Russell Brunson who talks about it. So he talks about like, what is I think it's like the domino. What is the one domino that if you were to make, like, let's say, like actually make it fall, that would change the beliefs around why the prospects actually need your services. Okay. So there is always this one thing that if someone believes about the mechanism that you're doing, they will always buy. Okay. I don't, you guys have all different services, but there's one single thing that if a stranger, so as an example, I think Russell Brunson talks about this in his book. So he says that if I was trying to convert someone into, let's say, Catholicism, Christianism, what is the one thing that I would have to make them believe in order to make everything true? That one thing is the Bible. If I can convince you that everything that is in the Bible is true, you automatically become Catholic. Right? Now, what is the one thing that someone needs to believe in order to buy your Facebook ad service? Now, what is the one thing that someone needs to believe to buy your email marketing service? What is the one thing that someone needs to believe in order to buy my acquisition systems? Okay. You guys need to figure that out, and you need to figure out a way to sell it. If you're selling to real estate agents, right? If they're not building a brand, are they crazy? Anybody can run lead gen ads, right? I could probably teach my 6-year-old cousin to run lead gen ads on Facebook, but not everybody's going to scale to $500,000 as a real estate agent because they can run lead gen ads. So you need to say, hey, my 6-year-old can run lead gen ads, but she can't build a brand. So if you don't have a brand, you're going to be competing with 6-year-olds. That would be like such a thing. I'm not sure if it makes sense. Does it make sense in a way? So you need to figure out that one thing. And I promise you, if you can figure out this one thing, propagate it online and just make a video every morning. Make a story on Instagram, make a story on Facebook, because if enough people believe that thing, they will always buy from you. Okay. So that's it. So what is their downside of not listening to your advice? So, hey, if you don't understand that you need to build a brand, well, you'll always be spending money on ads. You'll always be going knocking on doors and getting like old people open your door, spend an hour talking to you when they're about to literally like almost die and they have no home to sell. So like actually be efficient, learn about more efficient mechanisms. Okay. And then, hey, if you'd like to learn more about what we do, I'd love to invite you this call Wednesday or Friday for a quick 15-minute call where I can actually, walk you through the step-by-step, or be able to look at more of the back end and be able to be more objective with the advice that I would probably suggest that your brand, your agency can leverage to get a specific outcome. Okay. Automated email follow-up sequence. It is important to understand that business owners are busy, so you need to build systems to make sure they never forget about you. I used to think that not getting a response from a business owner was a sign of no interest until I myself started going a few days without answering my family members. Okay. What you guys have to understand is that selling to businesses is probably like trying to sell to like, they're probably busier than actual presidents, right? I get so many people every day wanting my attention. I get so many, my team members, my customers, prospects, people who want me to send them case studies, people who want this, people who want this, people like, so when you guys send a cold email and give up after one email, you guys are delusional, right? You should make prospects. You should tell prospects, hey, good morning. How was your day? What did you eat? Right? Like just it's like trying to like get someone to date you. You can't just expect that you'll say good morning once and all of a sudden they'll fall in love with you. Hell the F no, right? You need to be consistent, guys. Because I probably have, do you know how attractive consistency is? Shit, that's the best thing that you can ever learn. Be so consistent that people actually end up buying your stuff even when they're actually shitty products and services. I swear to God, I know people, I mean, maybe I myself included, right? I think I've seen so many people come and go, right? People trying to compete with me, people trying to, do stuff that I'm doing, right? But let's say in February, I had customers who I did the outreach for. They tried going and copy the stuff to go and build it off of a coaching program. And now I don't even know where they're at. I can't see them online. So I'm like, well, what happened, bro? Did you give up already? But they lack consistency. So when you target a brand, every brand that you've ever targeted, make sure that they're still in your pipeline 12 months later, right? Don't give up and automate it. Actually build a system around it. Don't just don't just rely on your willpower or on how good you are at remembering people. Okay. So automated follow-up system containing sales assets. So we created a 10 email sequence that runs over 3 months that contains different pieces of content to build trust and credibility. Okay. So if you guys ever book a call with me, you guys will see that you guys receive actual videos. Okay. You guys don't just see, hey, show up for the call. No. You always say, hey, before we jump on the call, please watch this video. Hey, before you get on a call, look at how we actually buy access to audiences. Hey, before you book a call, look at this journey for one of our customers who went 1.5 years without signing a single customer to signing an 8K customer per month as his first client after working with us, right? So now don't just rely on copy, actually include sales assets, right? On YouTube. Yeah, I think you guys should be posting more frequently on YouTube. I think YouTube is an amazing platform. The algorithm there is so sick, guys. Okay. Now, troubleshooting, because what ends up happening with this campaign is that our Instagram outreach is really annoying. Okay. So there are different stages of this funnel. Okay. The connection stage. So how many people are you DMing and how many people are becoming warm lead? I recommend that 10% of everyone you DM should become a warm lead. Stage 2, it's like how many people are qualified of all the, out of 10% or 50%, half of them should all be qualified, right? So 50, you should, if you get, let's say 5 emails a day, aim to have at least 2 of them to be qualified leads, okay? Value video stage, 50% of all the qualified leads, okay, should receive a value video. Okay. So if you're sending less than 50, if all the qualified leads that you get, less than 50% of them are receiving a video, you won't see success with this stuff. You won't, literally, you won't. Okay. Now the viewing rate of the value video stage, my goal is to get 65% or more of all the videos that we send out to be viewed, right? I know, Daniel, you brought it up. You're like, oh, but they don't even see the video. Yeah, of course. And if they don't see the video, guess what? You won't be booking anything, right? So now the goal is not to be worried about, oh, they're not viewing it. Well, maybe, are you following it up with them long enough? Okay. Are you also reminding them on Instagram that you sent the video, right? Are you maybe finding other channels to have a touch point on to remind them that you sent a video? Okay. And what we've seen is that we get around 20 to 40% of everyone who watched the video to actually book a call. Okay, which is pretty sick. We have customers who send like 10 looms, they book 4 meetings, and then all the 4 meetings become customers. One of the things that you guys will see with selling through videos is that there are so many people who actually end up wanting to buy from you after that, because they already know everything you do. Okay. Now, I don't just want to show you guys the funnel or the different mechanism and the metrics. Let me actually show you guys how to troubleshoot it, okay? So between stage 1 and stage 2, actions that you can take to improve the conversion rate from cold message to someone giving you their emails. Well, you can change the message that you're sending to people. You can add more social proof, more case studies, okay? You can even try starting a conversation by asking a question that qualify the prospect before telling them what you specialize in, okay? Example, hey, quick question. Are you guys selling your products online? Are you guys leveraging TikTok ads, right? Or hey, are you actually a real estate agent in New York? Second thing is you have the option to optimize your profile. Sometimes your profile might be the reason why a lot of people don't answer your messages. If I see your profile and I see that it's private, oh my God, I get crazy. It kills me the amount of people who are marketers with private profiles. I have yet to understand that logic. Can someone please explain it in the chat? Because I have yet to understand it. It's like, how do you claim to be a marketer if you're private? The whole point about marketing is marketing. People need to see you. People need, like, if they don't see you, how the hell do I even respond, right? If you ever message me from a private profile, I'll block you. And if you call yourself an agency owner, I'll block you. Because you're just being stupid, okay? So stop the madness. And especially if you're running a business and you think that you can split business and life, you're crazy. So stop the madness too. Your friends, your grandmother, your mother, your parents, your sister should know what you're doing. Your neighbors should know what you're doing. They should all know that you're running an actual business, so that whenever they meet a real estate agent, they're like, oh, okay, actually, my son is actually running a real estate agent. He could probably help you. You need all the attention you can get, okay? So unless you're building unless you're like an engineer, then you don't need to be private. Do whatever you want, okay? You need to focus on getting a lot of people to see your messages and to respond. If no one ever sees your message or even answers, it will be hard for you to get their email, okay? So the solution is more follow-up, okay? You can use content to share with prospects who haven't responded or giving you their email address. Use the content in the second, third follow-ups, okay? This will warm them up and position yourself as someone who can really help them. You can try using different, more bold claims when you're sending your first message. Instead of saying I help you just like you make 10K a month, you can say I help businesses just like yours generate 10K a month in just 2 weeks. The last solution is literally changing niches or sub niches, okay? Some markets become sophisticated and numb to the messages that you are trying, messages that are trying to sell certain services, okay? So Anil Daniel, you asked me like, oh, but like, people aren't responding this and that. Well, maybe the stuff that you're selling, nobody wants to hear about it. That's the truth. Or the people that you're actually trying to sell don't want to hear about it. So what you do is you don't try to change the whole system. You change the actual people you're messaging. Change the people, you change everything, okay? Stage 2 and stage 3, which is action that you can improve let me actually see, stage 2 and stage 3. So this is just like how many people are you sending the video to, right? There aren't many modifications that you can do at this stage. There are only a few. You can strengthen your qualification process, try your best to start conversation with leads that are the best fit. This way, if any of them ends up converting and giving you their email, you'll be sure to send them more value videos, okay? So if there are less qualified leads, then you are also going to be sending less videos. So if you want to increase the amount of videos you're sending, just make sure that most of the leads are qualified, okay? Targeting a niche where most prospects, brands are all qualified for your offer and service, okay? Between stage 3 and stage 4, in order to get more people to view videos that you can send over, you can follow up like a madman, reminding the warm leads to view the video. Of course, don't say, hey, please view the video. Make it more implicit and, and actually say, hey, just wanted to follow up with you guys and actually share with you this new asset that we actually created, showing you guys how we actually just got this result for this customer similar to who has similar attributes as your brand. Okay. When following up by email, make sure to add more pieces of content in the third, fourth, fifth follow-up email, if you have any at this point. The short pieces of content will warm them up and get them to trust you more and end up viewing your video. The last option you can use is to actually give them a short summary of what you went over in the video and letting them know that it's really valuable and that they might be missing out on something if they don't view it. So an example could be, hey, in the video that I actually shared with you guys, I actually go over how I would personally go over adding an extra 6 figures in MRR in the next 60 days. So I personally believe you guys will want to watch it. Okay. Between stage 4 and stage 5, what can you do to convert more people to meetings? The easiest way to do this is becoming really great at making good value videos. So it's repetition, right? If you don't do reps, I don't care if I give you the best sales script on how to create your videos, you won't make it work. So I want you guys to do reps, guys. It's like in the gym, right? You don't become a beast by showing up one day and being like, oh my God, nobody booked a call. Hell no, man. Send 1,000 looms and see how many meetings you're booking, right? Become a shark. The videos need to be focused on selling yourself. Oh my God, this is so sick. Oh, this is insane, okay? So I see so many people when they're making looms, they think that making looms is about, let me show you. They think that making looms is about telling people, oh, so this is how you would do Instagram outreach. This is the metrics, this is that. And then when you're a customer, we actually give you feedback and then blah, blah, blah. No, 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 no. Videos, the loom is supposed to sell you and your business, not the actual system, not Facebook ad, not TikTok ads, not anything, okay? So if I trust you and if I believe in you, I'll always buy your service. But if your main angle is the actual strategy, well, there are 50 people on this call who do the same thing as you. So why would I go with you? I don't know you. I don't trust you, right? So that's why when we're actually showcasing, sharing, helping our customers build video sales letters, we spend more time talking about them than the actual mechanism. To be honest, some of the looms don't even contain any value. That's how crazy it is. Okay. But of course, at the end of the day, you need to show your expertise. So having a really good workflow around the mechanism is really cool. Okay. So you need to focus on the one thing, the one problem that you see within their business that is the most painful, that can bring the most important return on investment if they were to fix it. Okay. So you need to position yourself as someone who can fix it. Don't get lost trying to educate them on 1,000 things. Okay. So it's like, I see so many people running paid ads as a service, but they don't include creatives. Okay. If anyone here is selling creative as a service, like you should be making like 7 figures, like maybe in like 60 days. Why? Because it's such an important facet of an actual paid acquisition strategy, right? If you don't have the right content, you're never going to make it work. Okay. So if I was you, I would be like, hey guys, like we have a case study where a brand went from having 2x return on ad spend to having over 6x return on ad spend by just changing the creative. Okay. And from what I'm currently seeing on your ads library, you guys are leveraging shitty creatives that have been up since 2020. Okay. And that's why you guys can't make it work. So what I want to do is I would love to get you guys on a call and, you know, show you guys how I would recommend to build your creatives and everything like that. Okay. So the actual call to action in the video should be an invitation for the prospect to join you on a quick 15-minute call where you would like to share more valuable information and so that you can go more in depth. Tell them that you understand that they're busy, so you don't want to make the video too long. You can play with the length of the video, although I suggest that you don't go under 3 minutes when making the video, but you can play between 3 minutes and 10 minutes of 3 to 10 minutes. I would suggest 3 to 8 minutes is enough. Okay. If you have mapped out your whole service mechanism that you use to help similar prospects achieve their desired outcome, then you can show it off during the Loom video, but not too long. Okay. Because at the end of the day, they don't actually care about how you do it. They just want to be sure that you can do it. So this is really the main key thing. It's you guys, it's you, it's you, it's you, it's you. So trust me, if you are confident in your stuff, people will buy from you consistently. And of course, add a call to action to your looms. So let me show you an example. For this one, I added a call to action. So if you actually watch till the end, there's this call to action. So I say, want to speak with me, or hey, book a call. Call with your boy. And I put the link. So brands, after watching that 5-minute video, can actually click here to,
Guys, hope you're
oh
happy.
shit, oh, can actually get book a call, okay? So before I go over the last part, because I want to show you guys how we do it within the $500,000 program. But before I do that, let me actually ask you guys, let me answer your questions, okay? Let's roll.
Can't any of us butt in? You going through the chat?
Just the chat, it will be better, I think. So someone says Loom videos will work with realtors. Yes, of course. Can we apply this also to Facebook? Oh my God, I don't want to go into Facebook because Facebook is like another gold mine. But yes, you can. It's the same framework. By the way, tip for everyone: buy a legit mic. Your videos will sound way better. Yeah, that's cool. Do you all recommend paid ads for client acquisition? I mean, if you haven't been able to sell someone organically, why would you go through paid ads? And secondly, your money is better invested in things that cost less than because Facebook will take your money faster than you even like finish breathing. Facebook doesn't care about the fact that you only have $1,000 in your bank, right? They'll take it real quick. They'll showcase your message to like 1,000 people, 10,000 impressions, and then boom, that's how you got your $1,000 done, right? But let me actually explain another thing around why I believe that anyone who's making less than 10K shouldn't go to ads. The reason to that is because ads require a lot of testing, right? So for me personally, we're like 5K away from making 300K this year, and I have yet to spend a single dime on ads. Right? But now that I have capital, yeah, I can go burn money on ads, and I don't care if the first 10K doesn't give me an even sale, because I have the capital to play with. But for you guys, you don't want to play with that before you even have like at least 25K in the bank, right? Elijah, would you just make one-time evergreen Loom video to send after they give your email if we're targeting local businesses? Yes. I would make one evergreen video and I would send it by email. IGDM, no, because you're not sure who is actually managing the actual DM, right? So I would always ask for an email. Have you had a problem with Instagram DMs after sending a ton? Yes. What if we don't have an amazing case studies? Well, then you better start knowing how to sell yourself, Daniel. You better say, hey, my name is Daniel. I'm probably the best shark in the whole e-commerce space. So please pay attention to me, okay? So guys, I made my first 6 figures without having case studies, right? So nobody cares about, I mean, I got my first customer who paid me 4.5K. I had 0 case studies, guys. And he had been a business coach making like 25K a month. He didn't ask me for a single case study. Why? Because I knew so well the actual process I would take to get him results. So when I was so confident on the actual call, he was like, wow. So I actually walked him through. I was like, hey man, like your business is messed up right now. And we should do this, this, and this, and this, and that. And if we do this, and then these will be the benefits. And then the next day he was like, hey, Serge, I don't even want to wait for the second call. Just send me an invoice. And he was like, send me an invoice of 3 months. I was like, what? So I just want to be clear. You want the first 1,600 or you want the 3 months? And it was like the 3 months. I was like, God damn, my life just changed. And from there on, life went crazy. So do we also need to comment in their posts? No, like stop, don't. See, don't try to add stuff. Just send a message, send a loom, make money. Don't complicate stuff. I know humans, we try to complicate stuff, right? But keep it simple, guys. What KPIs should you aim for when it comes to messages sent to appointments booked? 10% of everyone you send a message to should become a warm lead. Every warm lead should, 50% of them you should send them a video. So if you get 200 warm leads a month, at least 100 videos should be sent, okay? And then from 100 videos, you should aim for 65 to be viewed. And from 65 viewed videos, you should aim at least 20% meetings. So if you're getting less than 20% conversion rate from the videos you make, then you're really bad. What is the key factor in increasing view rate? A follow-up on multiple channels. So if you know the brand's owner, go on LinkedIn, say, hey man, I sent you a value video to your brand, to your company. Find them on Instagram, message them. I've sent 1,000 IG DMs so far with 3 follow-ups and got 23 emails. Is that good or bad? I'll let you answer that, man. Do the math on that. That's crazy. You should get at least 100. Like that, 23 out of 1,000 is like 0.323%, right? Or like yeah, it's like 2.3%. You can't pay rent off of 2% like email rate, right? Because that's literally the top of funnel. Actually, no, not even. It's 0.23%. Jesus Christ. Damn, that's really bad. You should get at least 200 from the 1,000 DMs. How do you avoid getting your account restricted? You can buy warmed up accounts, or you can use an Instagram account that you've been using so far, like for your whole life. So so Instagram, like I said, this is not a solution that I can solve because I don't have $1 billion to hire engineers to fight Instagram. But so Instagram will always have the upper hand. The only way to beat Instagram is to use a profile that has been up for so long, okay? That is really warm, that is active and stuff like that, okay? As far as incorporating creatives, is this someone you're hiring on a contractor basis? No. Find the best person who can do this or the best service providers and sell it. Guys, stop being cheap. Stop trying to think that, and I'm not saying that, Kenneth, you're wanting to be cheap, but I'm just saying, like, whenever you think of building a business, stop going for the agency mindset, 10K a month mindset, which is, oh, let me go find someone who I can charge $500 and then charge 1,500 and then make 1,000 profit. That's not how you build a business. Go find someone who charges $5,000 a month and charge 10K a month. That's how you become a beast. Because if the contractor is charging you $5,000, then it's for a reason. And you can use that same reason to charge twice as much. So you go from making 1,000 profit from one customer to making $5,000 profit. And I promise you, someone will pay you $10,000 so you can manage their creatives. I promise you. How do you warm up new IG accounts? Since you had a huge importance of having a strong profile. If I had multiple accounts, what kind of profiles will I have on the VA accounts? Will these have, come on, man, just use multiple profiles of yours. When you're warming up an account, start with 10, 20 emails a day. No, 10 to 20 DMs a day. Do it for 2 weeks. Will there be a recording of this sent out? Yep. No, I won't send it to you guys, but I haven't decided what I'll do with this recording yet. Influencer marketing. How do you find and qualify influencers? I don't do that, so I wouldn't be able to help you. Do you know how to upload videos to IG with proper formatting? I tried, but it comes out blurry. I think it might be the quality of the tools that you're using. So for me, I shoot off of my Loom or my phone, and then I upload it. Do we need to comment on their posts? Oh my God. Come on, man. Ari Hunt, this is like the second time you asked the question. Focus. Getting a lot of emails. People are watching video, but no booking call. Any idea? Maybe you're selling the wrong thing. Maybe you don't know how to really sell yourself. So change that. It's the thing that you're showing them. Why not cold call 100 realtors and ask them to send a value video? Yeah, it has more energy, but do you know how much energy it takes from you? Come on, man. I mean, shit. If your heart is strong enough to get rejected 1,000 times a day on cold calls and get, you know, someone hang up on you 1,000 times, then do it. Cold calling is amazing. But I want to be happy first. Okay. So I want to do it on my own time and then get a VA to do it for me. Where do you find reliable VAs to outsource the messaging? We have a community of over 100 virtual assistants that we train every week. So for us, we've just built a community. For you, you can find, just literally Google virtual assistant, and then you'll find the different websites. If you want to have a virtual assistant, you can have, if you want to work with us, we'll give you trained virtual assistants. How do you warm up Instagram accounts? 20 DMs a day for like 14 days. But I promise you, don't try to warm up accounts. Just buy warmed up accounts. You can search it on Google. Which niche markets are now performing well? I won't answer that. Do we have to send different videos, looms, or the same? If you're targeting local businesses, evergreen. If you're targeting brands, personalized looms. Because brands, as much as e-commerce is the same process, it is so different for each brand because maybe they don't have the same average order value. Maybe the customer, the timeline before someone sees your brand and when they buy is different, right? Maybe the actual cost, the price of the product is different. Maybe the audience is different. So like you need to incorporate. So that's why you can't really make an evergreen video unless you're selling like a consulting thing. Since you, okay. Are personalized looms also the best way if you're a coach? No. Because as a coach, you follow the same process, right? You don't need to. So for me, I don't use personalized looms. Do you know how many looms I would send? I showed you guys 344 views on the VSL I created. How do you think I would send 344 personalized loom videos and still build like a 7-figure business? It would be impossible. Okay. So for a coach, if you're a coach right now and you're making at least 10K a month and you've been able to sell your service, like join the $500,000 program. Stop the madness. I'll help you build your sales letter. I'll help you build your evergreen video. I'll help you install virtual assistants to run the campaign for you. And then we'll buy access to an audience and then we'll, turn you into an influencer. I got you. So Rob, join the $500,000. Don't even try to waste your time. When warming up accounts, don't send out more than 5 new messages the first week. Amazing. Thank you, Alva. I think I've gone through the questions, right? Hey, awesome. Perfect. Can you start doing outreach on your Instagram business page with 500 followers? Yes. Well, you can do anything. You can outreach from a profile with 1 follower. So there's no like actual like dues. I mean, yes, it's best to have more followers because it's more social proof, but yeah, it doesn't matter. Yeah, exactly. What could be wrong with my IG DMs? Like 1K DMs? Oh man, I don't know. Do you want to share your Instagram profile in the chat? I'd love to see it. And maybe even the message. Let me show you. Yeah, I probably think it will probably just be the actual profile. Making it unreasonable for fashion brand founders. I love how everyone has started using this this headline. And it's so funny. I'm not sure who's getting you guys to do it, but it's cool. It's a great headline. I mean, I think I started using it and everybody started using it. So, okay, cool. So let's, can you send the message, please? That you actually send the first one, please. Because I'm looking at your profile right now, and I think it's a pretty cool profile. So you're doing good. Don't worry about that. Yeah, it's pretty cool. I like the meat here. I'm hungry. I haven't ate, guys. Jesus Christ. I'm seeing some meat here, goddamn. Okay, so why and how should you leverage influencers for your?
This video, you need authority, trust, awareness. I mean, awareness, that's huge, right? If I don't know about your product, then there's no way I'm going to buy it. And even if I know about your product, if you
Cool. I'm not sure if you sent your messages though. Okay. Hey, the collections on your website really piqued my interest. Absolutely stunning. And the reason why I'm messaging you is that there is so much potential to generate. I'm creator. Okay. Perfect. That's it. Who are you? That's all. That's it. It's missing. What do you specialize in? Right? Because I keep telling you guys again and again, it's not about the system. Nobody cares about the system. All I want to know is, are you an expert and can you deliver results? Okay. Don't be generic saying, oh, there's so much potential to generate. Of course, there's always going to be potential, right? So if you see in our messages, we try to maybe complement something a bit more specific, but we also tell them more about us. Hey, we specialize in helping agencies add an extra 50K per month without having to buy any, course or program, blah, blah. So one thing that I would suggest for you guys who will be DMing brands is like, try to promise them the desired outcome and get them away from pain. Okay. And I think that a painful thing that is happening right now is like paid ads on Facebook. Okay. Right. So if you can get people, let them know that, hey, you can actually get them away from the actual thing that they're dealing with that is painful, then you can make it work. Another thing is, what is it? What was I about to say? Another thing is the people you're messaging. Do you know how competitive the fashion space is? So you're probably DMing the 1,000 people you DM'd have been DM'd 1,000 times by other agencies. So the market has become so numb that they actually don't even answer DMs anymore from people like service providers like you. Please, can you go through my Instagram? No. I mean, guys, I won't go through all this. Do you find that promising large outcomes works better than more realistic ones? Of course, yeah. But I think that knowing the customer's current situation is even more important than giving them an amazing outcome. So an example is, if I'm able to know you better than you know yourself, if I say, hey, man, in the next 6 months, I'll get you to 10K a month, but I can call out your current situation so well, you'll be like, wow, I actually want to work with this person instead of this other guy, because this one can relate more to my situation. Okay. So focus on knowing what the prospects are dealing with. How do you know if the niche is saturated? No niche is saturated. But yeah, if you're getting, if you're not getting responses from a specific sub niche, then it just means that your offer is not really resonating. So it's not necessarily the niche. Okay. But let's finish up this call because I need to eat and it's almost like 2 p.m. So what do we do in the half familiar program? Okay. So it is important to understand that just knowing this process won't make you 6 figures. Okay. There are many other components that need to be in place before you can fully take advantage of this. Okay. And the first one is your offer. And oh my God, is this an important asset or facet of the business? Okay. If you're, we currently have 44 people on the call, right? And if you guys have the same offer that you guys created from the agency course that you guys went through, then I can almost guarantee you that you will never actually hit exponential growth. Why? Because you're offering, first of all, something that is simplistic. Like, it's so simple, right? So everybody else is competing with you. Okay. And you haven't really, maybe you can go read $100 Million Offer by Alex Hormozy. He goes over how to create really great offers. But one of the first things that we do before we even implement acquisition systems for our customers is we need to build them a new offer. We need to build them a new sales argument. We need to create a new headline. Okay. And then for those who are in e-com, right? Not all our customers are in e-com, but for those who are, we actually show them how to niche down properly, right? Niche down after products. Okay, I won't go into too much in depth on this one, but because like you said, you sent 1,000 DMs and only got 23 replies. That's a big issue, and you can't grow facing such an issue. Okay, so what we get our customers to do is, can we find the sub niches where we send 100 DMs and we get maybe 50 replies? That makes it easy for success. And then what we've done is that we've actually built a process around how to niche down properly. Okay. And then the second thing is delegating the work in order to do the volume required to get good results. If people, if you guys who are on this call are not delegating your outreach, like just go get a job. It's much more pleasant, right? Because it's so hard running a business, doing everything yourself, right? And I promise you that until you delegate it, you will not feel the fun and the fulfillment that comes from running an actual business, okay? If you don't have money, go work, save up some money, and delegate your outreach ASAP, okay? For us, for our customers, like I said, we literally have a community of virtual assistants, okay? Let me actually show you an example. So if you guys actually were to become like customers, we give you access to this thing. We have virtual assistants. So let's say you would look at Lee's task or experience, and then you would just pick the one that you want, and then we'll booking a call with one of them. Like we'll schedule like 3 interviews, and then you'll pick the best one, and then they'll go through the Instagram outreach, they'll go through the Facebook outreach training, they'll go through all the training, and then they start doing the work for you, and you pay them $3 an hour. Okay, I never want a customer to actually do the work. It's insane. And then one other thing that we do is that some of you guys will start making videos, right? Personalized videos. But the issue is it takes a lot of iterations. So for us, what we do is not only do we review our customers' looms, okay? I actually review them myself, and I'm training someone else to do it, but we actually review them. So let's say you would make a loom, right? And then you would just literally tag me here and say, you know, you would just tag me and just say, hey, Serge, can you review this, this thing? Okay. And then I'll review it and give you my feedback. Okay. So I'm not trying. So this is where we host the program. So actually give feedback, right? So like Reg gave this, let me actually show you an example, right? So I actually made a loom feedback. Thank the brand for watching, sell yourself, tell them, and Reg had already made like actual feedback. Okay, so we actually give our customers live feedback, and I would make like an actual video going over the feedback. Okay, so this helps a lot because, you know, we've sent probably over like thousands of looms in the past 10 months, right? So what I've been able to do is that I've been able to see the patterns to actually make a successful loom video. So when you become a customer, I just simply give you reviews, send me your loom, I'll review it, and then boom, okay? Delegating personalized video self-creation, okay? So one thing that we've currently seen is that a lot of our customers are seeing some great success with Instagram, and they're getting like 50 loom requests every week, okay? But the truth is, if you're already making 20K, 30K a month, you don't have time to be making personalized videos. So what I'm doing right now is I've actually onboarded people to, onboarding them to and training them to actually take over your loom creation for a percentage. So literally commission based. So that you won't be able to pay them, you won't need to pay them hourly. All you have to do is let's say they make 20 looms for you every week. Let's say you book 5 meetings, and then let's say you close a customer or 2, then just give them 20% of the first month retainer. Okay. So now you can actually remove yourself. So now you have the virtual assistant to take care of the Instagram outreach, and you have someone to actually make the videos for you. Okay. So all you really need to do is show up for a call, sell it, and just sell your services. Okay. Warmed up Instagram accounts. Sometimes we actually provide customers with warmed up IG accounts, okay? Or we just give you a link to go buy them. I think they're really cheap. They're like $5. Campaign review and troubleshooting campaigns for you, okay? So when you become a customer, every like once a month or twice a month, we actually review your campaigns, okay? So if you guys see here, we literally have all customers, and then we have here campaign review, okay? So, you know, Reg will look at your campaign and be like, okay, fix the sheet. Looms are good as much as possible, took a bit slower. Also the end, so this is actual loom. Didn't change messaging, asked for follow-up message being used. The campaign is not getting enough responses, waiting for the feedback, blah, blah, blah. Add more volume, test or test out suggested messages, change sub niche, okay? Campaign is going well, although the sheet is messed up. Need to sit down and arrange the sheet. So we actually take care of the foundation comparing spreadsheet. If you guys have any issue, change strategy. So we just make sure that you guys are actually literally taken care of, right? Because I didn't want to create a program. I know a lot of people, you know, you hate courses, and as much for me personally, I don't actually hate courses, but I didn't want to create a course, right? What I wanted to do is create an environment where you get fast feedback, okay? You have an issue, tag me, tag Reg, let us, you know, literally hold your hand and help you succeed, okay? So let's go back to here. So those are some of the things that I wanted to do. And for everyone who's on this call, okay, I wanted to make you guys a cool offer for those who joined this webinar. So if you'd like to learn more about what we can help you achieve and the systems we can help you implement to add an extra 50K per month, and then I'd like to make you this cool offer, okay? By the way, I just showed you Instagram process. This is just one of the stuff that we do. We do a lot. If you guys are interested, and I know you guys have already, some of you have already booked calls with my team, but if you book a call this upcoming week and say that you came from like this actual Instagram training, we'll actually walk you through this $500,000 flow, okay? This is exactly the flow that we use to actually get our customers results, okay? So you get on a call, if you like our solution, then you would access the onboarding, you will get access to an invoice, you book a kickoff call, you will get access to the program resources, support calls. We have over like 6 support calls a week, guys. And then you also get a one-on-one session with me where I actually walk you through the good stuff, help you create an offer and all that good stuff. So we'll actually walk you through the different 4 phases that we use to scale to at least to add an extra multiples 5 figures, okay? Acquisition systems. So first of all, phase 1 is we need to improve your service market fit. Get your offer set up. Acquisition system. The first one we focus on is the 6-figure in 60 days outbound prospecting campaign. Build out the assets, pick an interview, a VA, blah, 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 provide VA, blah, 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 blah. Launch outbound prospecting campaign on Instagram and LinkedIn and Facebook. We review it after 2 weeks. Every asset that you create, you need to review it, okay? And then this simple process, this first system can easily add 5 to 10K per month in your MRR while costing you only like 200, 400 bucks per month. So it also generates you the calls, that generates you the revenue. And then the second one is leveraging audiences, okay? Learn how we leverage paid audiences. I'll show you how to optimize your profile funnels, add social proof. We review it, or I review it. Access to recommended paid audiences or find new ones following our process. You start generating traffic organically, leveraging our 4 proven methods. Start building sales assets. You share them with me, I'll review them. Start conversations. Let's say this is for Facebook. Convert them to meetings through our messenger conversion framework. You can also share your metrics. And then these 2 systems, you book your calls. This one will add 5 to 10K. This one can easily add 10 to 20K in new revenue per week. And this is like facts. And this will probably cost you, an audience will cost you maybe 100 to 2K, right? And you do this for 2-3 months, you're guaranteed to have 20 to 50K per month. And then if you're a shark, then you double and triple your lead flow by onboarding 1 to 3 new VAs. Then we pair you with a commission-only personalized VSL creator to make convert all your warm leads. And then we show you how to create hiring VSL to onboard commission-only end-to-end sales reps. This will be good for people who have really good high-ticket services, maybe coaches, anyone with a high-ticket thing. So I'm actually showing my customers how to build end-to-end sales teams who can do outbound prospecting, who can take the calls, and who can sell the people, okay? And then you create a thorough video sales letter and then generate more calls, 50K to 100K per month, okay? So that's pretty much it. Let me just read the chat real quick. Anybody had any questions? Oh, by you asking the price, I just forgot. But the main thing that the reason why I wanted to give you a cool offer, I didn't actually make you a cool offer, but if you're interested in jumping on a call with me or my team this week, and you came from this call, you get a $3,000 discount. Okay. So if you're a shark and you'd like to just get on a call and learn about our stuff, then just say that you showed up to this session, and we'll give you 3K off of the main price. And guys, like, the program is still not cheap, okay? Why? Because I don't actually want people who aren't committed, because I could sell the program for like $1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000. But the issue with that is that it comes with people who just want to give up whenever whenever it gets hard, right? But I wanted to put our prices so high that like you can't quit, even if you wanted to, right? So the sunk cost is actually the fallacy that we have as humans, where you buy something and it costs you so much that you actually don't want to let it go. That's what I want everybody to experience when they join the community, right? I want you to become a beast, because guys, I've gone, last year I was making like, after tax, maybe like 29K a year. And I was still living an amazing life because I was living at my dad's. But fast forward a year later, I think on Monday I made like 14K, right? Like, personally, I don't really understand why people wouldn't go all in with their business. It doesn't make sense. And whenever I see people who are afraid to invest in themselves, I'm like, are you serious? Please, like, this is literally like life-changing things, right? Being able to go from 29K a year to 14K days in less than a year. Like, if you told me that I would be where I'm at today, I would just like, I wouldn't even know what to tell you. I wouldn't believe it, because it's at this point, it just becomes ridiculous, right? And I'm only still, starting out, right? But I've seen that it's possible. So whenever I see people who are, just taking one step at a time, I'm like, why are you doing that? I promise you. But it requires you to go all in. It requires you to put in a lot of effort. It requires you to do different things than, 99% of society, right? And I know it's pretty, a lot of people say it, but like, it's true. If you want different outcomes, you're going to have to start making different decisions. Okay. So yeah, let me read the chat. How do you do outreach on Instagram, on Facebook? This video, I won't go over Facebook outreach. Why not start your own e-com brand and pack in 300K profits a month? Do you know the logistics around running an e-commerce company? I mean, if you know, then you would probably not ask that question. Any words for creative agencies, content creation? Any words for creative agencies? Start getting attention, because so many people want your stuff. Do you do retainers when you consult to create predictability, or high ticket one-time payments? We offer people either one-time fee option, or they can pay. It's a one-time model, right? It's a one-time fee, but they can pay it over a few months. So our process is 4 months. So if you end up wanting to sign up but you don't have like a lot of money up front, then you get to pay a certain amount up front, and then you get started in 5 weeks. I easily think we can add at least 5 to 10K new MRR. So you can actually leverage the capital you get from your customers to actually pay for the future payments for the program. How many DM do you recommend per day? As much as possible. You like Montreal? I don't get out much. I'm just in the building grinding, but I like it. But I want to visit the UK in January. I want to go to Ireland too because I have some family people there, and then I want to go to Italy, right? I want to go chill. I want to go spend some of this money, and yeah. So that's pretty much it, guys. Thank you guys for joining. Again, 3K off if you actually book in a call. If you don't know how to find a link to book in a call, let me actually give you guys the link. Put it in the chat. Any tips on niche sticking? On sticking to on niche sticking to a niche? That's funny. I would say find a niche where you have the most information on, and a niche that you actually can access pretty easily. Because if you start trying to target people you can't find, then it's going to be hard and you're going to give up. Sir, will you recommend someone to switch from local legion to ecom? Already built a personal. I won't recommend you nothing about that because it doesn't make like it's hard either way. Ecom is hard. Legion local businesses is hard. So whichever you have the most like experience and you've already built such like a brand, that's what you focus on because you need to compound experience. Okay. Realtors versus e-commerce, please. God damn, it doesn't matter. I could go in real estate and make $1 million. I could go in e-com and make $1 million. So stop asking that question. Ask yourself if you're committed to do whatever it takes to win. If you're committed to do that, then pick one and go get to work. Okay. Thank you guys. I appreciate you guys for having stayed this long with me. And yeah, I really appreciate it. Have an amazing Sunday and get after your dreams this week, guys. It's so easy to win, but it's hard. It's easy, but it's hard. It requires consistency and yeah, hopefully one day, a decade from now, when we end up getting some jets, I'd love to fly around. Maybe we can, is it possible to like race in jets? Oh, that would be fucking fun. Oh man, but guys, we can't run jets with 10K a month. Like you guys got to increase that shit, right? So at least $1 million a month. I think that could work. That's the goal. Anyway, appreciate you all. Have an amazing month. Bye-bye.